Hello everyone, Coco here, and I'm going to take an aside for a moment. When I play games, I usually take the time to really absorb them and just let myself get lost in the setting, the music, what is happening. For the sake of my watchers, however, I obviously can't do that, otherwise, you would get a lot of time that's just me staying in one place with utter silence. But I really wanted to take a moment to just spiel about how much the entire last section affected me. For the purposes of this, I won't be cutting away anything battle wise until I'm finished. I'll probably take the long way back too. I'm going to be heading back through the waterfall since I was given a hint by Ray that I should return, and I don't really want to get interrupted by anything new by progressing with the game. Last night, it took me a while to get to bed since I was just thinking and thinking about everything. I pretty much did the entire waterfall section in one go, just recording one video right after the other. And I guess the best way to start would be to get some of the technical things out of the way first. So let's go with the appearance of the waterfalls. Up until this point, we've had really, really bright colors throughout pretty much everything. The ruins were a vibrant purple, Torio's house was yellow, and obviously the entire snowy, not snory, snowy area was white. This water cave, however, starts out a dark blue and just becomes darker and darker and darker as you progress. Wow, it's certainly beautiful. Oh man, is it beautiful. I've talked a lot about that. It's just downright breathtaking. It's still the most gloomy looking place we've encountered thus far. Then there is the music. When we enter the first area of the cave with all the NPCs, including Sans, we hear Sans' theme. Then the next area is just the sound effect of the waterfall, which continues up until the cutscene with Papyrus and Undyne. After that, the official music of this cave starts and is phenomenal. It is by far my favorite track of this game, and that's saying something because I do not dislike a single song I have heard so far. Everything I've heard is just top tier, and a game's soundtrack is one of the most important things for me. This song played right after that scene, and I think it was perfectly done. It carries a deep feeling of desperation, of hopelessness, loss, and melancholy. It carries wonderfully with everything we learn and experience throughout the rest of the waterfalls. What really drives the beginning of all this home, however, is the save point. Up until now, all the enemies and all the bosses haven't really been a threat. Napstablook wasn't threatening. Torio's battle is very saddening, but at no point is there really any serious concern. And I'm pretty sure you can't actually lose to her since I remember there's a point in which all her attacks just move away from you. So, in fact, I think the only way you could lose to her is if you purposely run into them. All the dog battles and papyrus battle are pretty much jokes, so even if you lose to them, it doesn't really feel all that real. Undyne is the first person we meet with serious intent to kill us. Everything we have learned of her has built her up, and the way she's finally presented makes her feel like a genuine threat, something to be truly frightened of. Undyne will kill us. She will kill us. And what are we told? A feeling of dread hangs over you, but you stay determined. A feeling of dread hangs over you, but you stay determined. From that moment, with the dark hues, with that cutscene, with that music, and this small line, I was more sucked in than I had ever been. The setup for this entire dungeon was perfect. Well done, Toby Fox. I mentioned when I came across that part that I thought it was incredible and I loved how determination is carried as a theme throughout the game, and it really does come into full force in this area as we learn the lore of the game and learn of and listen to the wishes of various monsters. Now, I want to preface this with saying I don't assume that this is the intent of the game. I think even without putting up all this interpretation of things, that the story still stands as something very powerful on its own. And while I love to extrapolate possible meanings for things, I do realize not everything is supposed to be symbolic or political. I'm bringing this up because this was what I felt. And because I'm sure if I wasn't recording, I'd have gotten a lot more emotional about it while I was playing than I showed. Honestly, it took a couple of hours, but last night it really did sink in, and I was just thinking about it for a long, long time. Determination. Determination is something unbelievably powerful. You may not be the smartest, you may not be the strongest, you may not have the most natural talent at something, but determination can take you a long, long, long way. That's something that we're taught from when we're very young. If you work hard enough, then you can accomplish anything. Unfortunately, they always seem to fail to tell you one very important thing, and that's how much reality and the circumstances to which you are born can bring you down. Determination is not simply something that you choose to have like so many people make it out to be. You don't choose to be discouraged. You don't choose to feel like everything is helpless. If you come from a poor family, that brings you down. If you have a mental, physical, or emotional disorder, that brings you down. If you are a minority, a woman, non-heterosexual, or transgender, that brings you down because of how people view and treat you. It gets to a point where you just become passive and accept your place in life. Figure that things will never really change, so why fight it? Oof. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Passivity is something I've struggled with my whole life. I still continue to struggle with it, to be honest. And it's something I absolutely despise about myself, but I don't really know how to change it. I think this channel has helped me a little. As I once mentioned, it's been ages, ages, ages since I've felt even remotely passionate or happy about anything that I've done. Unfortunately, I'm still meek. I still let people step over me too much. I still don't speak up as much as I'd like to. I still don't put myself out there, and I still get easily bogged down by the slightest of things. So where exactly am I going with this now that I've spewed on some personal issues? I'm drawing a distinction between determination and passivity, between fighting and accepting. Passivity so often being born out of things beyond your ability to change. This is a distinction between humans and monsters. We learn that humans are incredibly powerful, so powerful that their soul can continue to exist beyond their death. If that isn't determination, I don't know what is. We are a child, armed with nothing but determination, and some pretty badass armor, but mostly determination. That and the support of other characters is what has brought them so far. Human beings are so powerful because of their willful nature. Unfortunately, they use that willful nature to subjugate others and stay on top, quite literally, I might add, of others. We are told that a human only needs enough hostile intent to be able to kill scores of monsters. Meanwhile, a monster can fight all at once, but by the very nature of its being could do nothing against a determined human. No matter how skilled it is, it just can't. This sensitivity of soul that allows them to be so affected and easily harmed by a human, to me, feels like so many people have the fights sucked right out of them because of the circumstances that they can't change. These monsters are clearly good people. All they desire is happiness, a chance to live on the surface. That is, all they desire is what everyone above ground takes for granted: food in their belly, clothes on their body, a roof over their head, a steady job with a living wage. I think you see where I'm going with this. The conversation that we follow is two people desiring something so simple, something that every living creature should be able to do, to look up at the stars. It's built up throughout the entire area and it is such a simple wish. Moreover, more importantly, it is a wish shared not just by their companion, but by every other monster out there. What really struck me, was just how afraid this person was to share such a simple wish. They felt stupid. Like wanting, s- they felt like they would be laughed at just for wanting something like this, something that should be a given. Even sadder than this, however, is that there are people out there who actually would laugh and scoff at those who just want things that are actually needed in order to live peacefully. These people don't deserve that just because they are different. They don't deserve that because they are monsters. These monsters have been mired into the ground for so long that they've had the fight taken out of them. All they have left are these wishes. Or at least that's how it was up until recently. Now they have something more real, more solid in what Undyne and Asgore are doing. Is what those two doing right? Honestly, it's a gray area if it would cause them to kill a child. And there, of course, is the worry of what they would do with their power to the human race as a whole once they got to the surface, but it's hard not to see them as heroes for just trying to give their people something that every living creature should have. Undyne and Asgore are taking on a heavy weight so others won't need to. They're taking on this weight so everyone else can live good lives that they deserve. Both of them are pretty phenomenal. Maybe I'm speaking too early. Maybe I'll learn something soon that will completely change my mind about all of this and about them. But for now, this affected me deeply and I absolutely adore it. If you actually stuck around to listen to all this, thank you. It actually does mean a lot. If I mean, most people they watch gaming channels for laughs, and I hope that I'll be able to bring you some in the rest of this video. So having someone listen is very nice. Thank you. I'll probably do rambles like that on occasion, especially if I'm playing a new game. A lot of times, I mean, I felt I didn't really talk all that much about the game and what it meant to me with Cave's story. And part of that is because I couldn't really remember it all at the time, and a lot of it was just, nervousness. But I hope you enjoyed that. The only other thing I really want to put a note on is I don't know where Flowey fits in all this, because he is very different from all the other monsters we've met thus far. And I wonder what his story is. Well, with that all out of the way, let's go on and actually continue. I was pretty much just roaming around so I could get all of that, so pardon if you got a little confused or annoyed with my going back and forth. How you doing, Napster Blue? Well, I don't think I caught this dialogue before. I'm gonna go back and check what that weird Grim Reaper dude was all about. And after that, I think you know where we're gonna go. I like this one best. That one's just annoying. What the hell is that? Oh, it's still continuing. What is going on? Well, that's mean. Shiren's cute. Don't say that. And this guy still continues to wink. Okay. That is very rude. I'm sure Naps the Blue worked very hard on that. Yes, it is. How many times did I tell you to stop winking at me? Wow. Alright, so what are you about? The Riverman. No, it doesn't. It's not gonna... I'll come back to you. Yes, another time. First, let's go and meet a certain someone. Oh, let's... Someone's practicing piano badly? Yes, I am. Yes, this is going to go wonderfully. Are you sure about that? Papyrus, my wingman. Oh! Oh dear. She's giving you the stink eye, Papyrus. Oh god. This is not what I would have expected. But yes, there is a piano there. Papyrus, the most subtle. I'm sure she saw right through that. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. You are the worst wingman ever, Papyrus. No. No. No, of course not. Can't we? Yes. I love that face so much. Okay, you can turn down the sass. Oh well, nice to see you quasi have manners. That hurts. That really hurts. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Are you gonna take that? I'm kind of already in that position. Well, almost in that position. You gotta vibe with Toriel. Oh. Oh god, date music. Wait, let me check. Oh, well, I can't really blame him. Wait, you have fire magic? Or is she talking about Toriel? Tiny swords? Huh. Indeed. Aw. Not yet. What's over here? Aww. I smell a ship coming. Nah, not yet. Alrighty. Yes, I am. It's going to be boiling hot, isn't it? What are you making there? Oh. Oh, jeez! That was a very nice table. Why did you do that? The tea box, a blatantly correct choice. I'll take the sword, give it to me. Can I? Yes, I can point to you! No, yes. Yes. Was that tap water that you used? I hope that's filtered. Still would have liked you. Where are you gonna set this now that you've destroyed your table? Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Why? What did you do to it? Really now? Tell me more. That is a complete and utter shock. Oh. Oh. Like papyrus. Oh. Uh, I mean, I can sort of see where you're coming from. You really worry about him, and he's pretty damn innocent. But I mean, he'll grow up one day. Yes, exactly. Which you're not doing at all. God, you're such a softie, aren't you? Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What is... Keikakudori. Oh, what the fuck? Strong, of course. Jesus Christ. That's totally tomatoes. That makes you cheap, Undyne. This food is cheap. Okay, I'm going as hard as I can. Oh my. Why bother with cheap noodles if you're gonna destroy your pots and have to replace them again and again? Oh jeez. Oh jeez, we're gonna burn your house, Undyne! No, we're gonna burn your house! I already do. No. Whoa, what? No. No. Aww. Aw, look at that smile. Oh dear. This is actually surprising. Because when Papyrus said he was a big, fluffy, bunny, whatever he said, fluffy softy, I didn't take him seriously. I mean, who was it? Was it all Undyne who killed those people? Probably should have done that a long time ago. Yes. You know, you're pretty chill for someone who just lost their home. Poor house. Well, this video went a little overboard. So we'll end it here for now. Thank you guys, and goodbye.